Hello and welcome to the John Ark Show. Today's episode is called Without This New Technology, You Could Lose Everything. As you may have heard, because of the coronavirus, the city of Philadelphia has announced that they're no longer going to be arresting people for committing certain crimes like drugs, theft, prostitution, and many other crimes. Other cities have already implemented these policies for a variety of political reasons. They've announced they too will not be arresting people who commit crimes like burglary, auto theft, um, when shoplifters come into your store and they start shoplifting right in front of you. Calling the police will do no good. In fact, many shop owners don't even call the police anymore because of this. In fact, one city just elected an attorney general in California who ran on this very platform. He doesn't want to prosecute a large group of crimes. He feels that it's racist or discriminatory in some way. As a result, many business owners in that town and other towns in California are no longer bothering to call the police because the police simply will not respond. In fact, some 911 operators will tell you the police will not respond. So, so what these shoplifters are doing when they're inundated with this sort of, what these shop owners are doing when they're inundated with this sort of criminal onslaught is they are packing up their bags, shutting down their businesses, and they're moving to other jurisdictions or other states. I believe that this officially sanctioned form of lawlessness is going to spread from those cities to other cities, and that if you're a homeowner or you own assets like a vehicle, then the only thing protecting you and your assets going forward in many of these areas will be technology and your own vigilance. Before we begin, I want to encourage all of you to subscribe, like, follow, and comment on the show. Also, this show is sponsored by HollywoodIsCalling.com, which is a company that allows you to purchase live phone calls with your favorite celebrities. It's a great way for you to purchase a call for yourself or as a gift for somebody you know. Once again, HollywoodIsCalling.com. Great gift. Now, let's get started. I think the first line of defense for homeowners should be a burglar alarm, but it has to fall into a certain category. It should be monitored, and also it should allow you to log in via your smartphone to see a live video stream from your home, so that if somebody does break into your home, you can see what room they're in and what they're doing. Also, in those jurisdictions where the police still do respond, if you have live video stream showing the burglars in your home, then the police will respond even faster, because in a lot of cities the police are just tired of showing up for fake false alarms, false burglary alarms. It depletes the resources when they get dozens of these a day that they have to respond to. So if you have a live video stream that you can demonstrate showing the criminals in your home, the burglars in your home, the police will definitely respond more quickly. Another advantage of these services is that if you're upstairs in your home sleeping at night and the alarm goes off, somebody's in your house, before you grab your gun or your baseball bat and run downstairs to see who's going on and who's down there and what they're doing, it might be a good idea to log on to your smartphone and check the video feed so that you can do a quick recon of your downstairs to see who's down there, where they're hiding, just to make sure that you're not running into a trap of some sort. They could literally be waiting down there, hiding around the corner, waiting for you to run into a trap. The next technology that I think you should get is a car alarm with built-in GPS. Now, as I mentioned earlier, a lot of municipalities are no longer responding to car thefts, car vandalism, and a lot of these municipalities, as their squad cars drive around town, they have video cameras mounted on the front and back, which scan the license plates of all the vehicles driving around them. And the purpose of these was to detect stolen vehicles. Well, guess what's happening now? Now, when these sensors go off and indicate to the officer in the car that the car 20 feet ahead has been stolen, these officers aren't responding. Why? Because they have been told by their superiors not to. Whether it's because of the coronavirus or whether it's because of some other form of political correctness. They're not responding. In fact, in a number of towns, violating these orders from your superiors and arresting somebody when they don't want you to, that can literally get you reprimanded by your superiors. Think about the twilight zone nature of that. Now, once you have a car alarm with a built-in GPS transmitter installed in your vehicle, if your car is stolen, you have several options. You can call the police and try to get them to meet you at the car so the police can help you retrieve the car without incident. Or if the police don't want to respond, you may want to go down there by yourself or go down with a tow truck or with a spare set of keys and see what makes most sense. It's obviously a very sensitive situation. You don't want to get shot trying to retrieve your own vehicle that's been stolen by somebody, but one way or another, you need to get that vehicle back. So weigh the options very carefully before you make that move. Another great piece of technology is a new smash-proof Windows laminate. It's a sheet of plastic that you can adhere to your windows, and it makes it almost impossible for burglars to smash through the glass. This stuff is unbelievable. It's affordable. You can go online and find it and buy it. And when it comes to the neighborhood kid or even some professionals, if they go up to your windows and they try to smash it with a baseball bat or a hammer and it doesn't break, there's a high probability that they will move on to the next house. This stuff is relatively inexpensive. It's something you can do yourself, and it's a really good recommendation. The next thing we recommend that you install are smart security lights on the perimeter of your home. The beauty of these lights is that they have built-in motion detectors, and they don't have to be on all the time. They simply come on when somebody walks across your lawn or walks around the perimeter of your home at night. A lot of these lights have special infrared capability, which allows them to see in darkness. Also, a lot of the home alarms that you can install now, they will come with outdoor and indoor security cameras that also have infrared technology, which allows you and the camera to identify who it is that's walking around outside your home or inside the home. The next thing you want to do is you want to start up a limited neighborhood watch around your home. And by that I mean exchange contact information with the people living in front of you, the people living in back of you, the neighbors living on either side of you, and strike up an agreement to watch each other's homes. I think that's really effective, and it's free, quite frankly. Now, this next suggestion is brilliant, and I would encourage all of you to do it. As everyone knows by now, criminals are always monitoring social media to see if anybody is naive enough to post when they're going on vacation, or when they're going to the mall for some exercise walking, whatever the case may be. So what we encourage you to do is to post fake social media announcements to deceive criminals who may be reading your Facebook page. So here are some great fake social media posts that you should consider putting up just to trick people. One post that you should consider posting is that you're going to be home for a while on extended leave from work, and that you're going to be working on a new project around the house. Another fake social media post that you can put up is to announce that you've just purchased a couple of pit bulls and that you love these dogs because they hear everything. And another suggestion is to put up a fake social media post that says you feel much safer now because you've just heard that a police officer has moved in next door to your house. and you just love the sense of security that gives you and your family. Doesn't matter that it's not true. What matters is that you're tricking burglars into believing that it's true. So whether you want to use some of the suggested fake media posts that I've given you, or you create some of your own, all that matters is that it tricks and deceives burglars into thinking that your home is not going to be an easy or vulnerable target. So there are also some really inexpensive burglar deterrent devices that you can buy online. And these devices you can set up in your home, and their lights, their flashing lights, special flashing lights and sounds that they'll emit to create the impression that you're home watching television, even when you're not. I know it sounds a little cheesy, but these things work. Now, of course, the greatest of all home security devices is a good guard dog. So regardless of the breed that you get, make sure he likes to bark when people approach the house, and make sure he's very, very territorial and he guards your house. Dogs have saved countless people, and it's something you should seriously consider getting. So when you do the cost analysis on the purchase of some or all of these security technologies, um, a lot of people may think, I just don't want to invest, $1,000 or $2,000 into all of this. Well, before you arrive at that conclusion, ask yourself, what is the deductible on your car if it's stolen or vandalized? What is the deductible on your home if somebody breaks in and in 90 seconds they and their buddies steal your TVs, your computers, your jewelry? What if they vandalize the home on the way out? What is the deductible, insurance deductible for that? Then some of the things we're proposing make a lot more economic sense. I'd like to tell you a quick story about a friend of mine who was attacked by home invaders um, while he and his family were actually in the home. And they tried to force the door open at 2 in the morning. And he heard this. He ran to the door and he started pushing back on the door to force them out again. Now, picture this. This went on for 10 minutes. Not 2 minutes, not 5 minutes, 10 minutes until the police arrived and were able to capture this guy. Most people who've never been in a physical fight, they're exhausted after a 30-second battle. 30 seconds in a fight is an eternity. This guy fought for 10 minutes nonstop, and he was able to prevail, keep the guy out until the police apprehended him. So these things, they happen all the time. And now that some municipalities are not going to be enforcing the law very aggressively, I predict they'll happen even more often. Fortunately, this gentleman was in a small town where the police still responded to 911 calls, and that made all the difference. Now ask yourself, wouldn't it be cheaper to have some of this technology protecting you than to suffer the consequences of not having it? So with that in mind, we will talk to you soon.